Welcome to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Jeff, DiVeronica and Steve Bradley with a full boat here of Churchville-Chili Saints. We got the Saints baseball program on. They've won 8 of their first 9 as we record this. Hopefully 9 out of 10 when you watch it. And they're getting ready for a big matchup against the Victor Blue Devils on Friday at Victor. And we're going to run through it. We got 6-year coach Guy Puglia on the show. Wave there in the back there, Coach. How are you?
How you doing?
Let's go around the horn. We will start in the front with Braedon. Go ahead. Braedon, why don't you tell us your name, your year, and your position, and we'll go all the way across, fellas.
Braedon Reina, shortstop, junior. Jaylen Lopez, third baseman, senior.
Michael Sardou, corner infielder and pitcher, junior.
Anthony Shortino, senior, second baseman.
And designated question asker, Steve Bradley. Go ahead, sir.
Coach, 8-1 start, 429 batting average, putting up a lot of runs. What have been the keys to this team's early success?
Well, we returned our whole roster. We only got 2 new guys on our roster from last year. So our roster's a veteran roster. They know what they're doing. Good kids. They hit the ball well, play good defense, and do enough pitching to get the job done. So if we can keep that recipe up, we should be fine.
It's a team that went to the Section 5 semifinals. You were the number 1 seed last year in A2. They lost in the semifinals to the eventual champ, Webster Thomas, a team that actually had kind of a so-so regular season and had been defending. They were defending champs, and they caught fire at the right time. Jaylen, let me ask you, you're losing in 9 innings in the semifinals and sectionals. What kind of fire did that light under this group?
Oh, it definitely set a fire under our group, Just we have to play harder, work harder in practice, and just stay locked in.
Braedon, Coach mentioned that almost the whole roster is back. So you guys have shared experiences, probably shared goals too. What did you guys do in the offseason to prepare to have the best spring you could possibly have?
I mean, we really just worked, all winter long. We were in the gym early winter, just getting swings in, keep taking ground balls, pop flies. We were just doing really all that we can with a veteran roster, like you said, to prepare for the season.
Anthony, I know you guys have been battling some injuries. You've got some guys that are plugging some holes. Who are some of the guys that have been plugging the holes? And then, Coach, I want you to tell me about some of these injuries you guys have overcome in this great start. But, Anthony, who are some of the guys that have been plugged into the lineup that are doing well?
Our catcher, Cooper Romich, is hurt. So Parker Farnham, he was an outfielder originally, but now he's been stepping up as catcher. Carter DeVidio has been playing first base. And, Drew Stewart, he's been pitching really well for us. Even David Damiani's gotten a couple at bats, couple hits for us. So a lot of guys have just been stepping up doing the job.
Michael, baseball, is success contagious? And is this team just feeding off of one good thing after another?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we win a game, we go win another.
Well, the hitting's been pretty remarkable. I'm going to run down some of these scores for you, folks. You beat Arcadia 8-0, and then Odyssey Olympia, you guys missed an extra point somewhere in there, 23-5. You beat Athena. Athena's always a contender, 7-1. Gates Shiloh 18-11. Canandaigua 3-2. Spencerport 15-4. And then was that a doubleheader? You lost the second half of that 5-2. Was it a doubleheader, Coach?
No, we lost that game. That was a Wednesday game. The doubleheader, we played Canandaigua and Spencerport on Saturday.
Okay.
And then back and lost to Spencerport on Wednesday, where Zach Lamberton pitched a nice game. We hit the ball really well, but right at everybody. So it was just one of those games that got away.
And then Brockport 6-0, Penfield 7-1. Coach, tell me about some of the guys on this team that we don't see here. Obviously, you mentioned your catcher, how key he's been for the season, but how many games has he missed?
Well, we like you had mentioned, we do have some injuries. We went to Myrtle Beach as a team. It was a great trip. Played really well against some good teams, but Cooper Romick strained his hamstring, beating out a ground ball, and he's been out. He hasn't caught. He finally caught against Penfield. Parker Farnham's been filling in for him. He did a nice job. Braedon here, our shortstop, missed 3 games with a concussion, but he's now cleared. He's ready to go. He's hitting over 600. But the guys that, and Justin Meister's been out almost half the year so far. He just came back. So Jaylen is filled in. Jaylen is our utility dream. He plays third, he plays short, he plays second. He pitches, he plays outfield. He even told me he could catch if we need him. But he's been a godsend. He played short for Braedon the last 3 games. He's been filling in at third base for Justin. He played some outfield. And whoever we plug in just seemed to get the job done. So it's been a great run. But hopefully this injury bug is over.
Steve, I want to ask Jaylen. Jaylen, how'd you learn how to play all these positions? That's pretty impressive. Have you played them all your whole life, or you just started like, I can do it, coach?
Just from youth, just my dad had me working every position, even though I didn't play in the game, I was always working on all my crafts, working on all my mechanics, and just playing like an athlete.
What's your favorite position?
I like the infield, being an infielder.
Who's your favorite baseball player to watch?
I always loved Jeter.
Jeter, look at that, Steve. He's still pulling fans. Unbelievable.
So Braedon, your coach said you're batting over 600. That's tough to do. You seeing the ball well? What's going right?
I mean, yeah, I'm just seeing the ball well. My teammates are putting me in great positions to get hits. A lot of runners on base, and I'm just seeing the ball deep and not really striking out that much. So I'm just finding holes and putting good swings on the ball.
Michael, you're a right-handed pitcher on this team. What's it like to know that you got a team batting average of over 425? And I mean, I guess how much does it help you as a pitcher?
It's great. I know I can just throw strikes. I don't have to try to strike people out. Just put the ball in play. I know my offense is going to get runs for me, so it's pretty easy.
Anthony, does this team have a guy who's kind of the best chirper, the best bench jockey, the guy that gets you going? And if so, who is it?
Well, not really. We're all loud on the bench. We're all rowdy, got a lot of energy. That's what I like about this team.
Coach, I'm going to ask you, the guys on the screen, give us a quick round the horn. Give us their strengths. Obviously, we know Braedon can hit the ball, but give me, and you talked about Jaylen being so versatile, but how about Michael and Anthony? Tell us about those 2 guys. Break them down as players for us.
Well, let's start with Anthony. Anthony also pitches for us, and he plays second base. And Anthony's defense at second base in the last year has really improved. Him and Braedon turn double plays very good. They're very good at doing that. And Anthony's hitting the ball hard this year, which is good. He's always hit the ball hard, but he seems to always hit it right at people, but they're starting to drop. Michael Sardou, he's just a solid player. He's another one. He plays first base, third base, pitches. He actually played a little second base for us when we were really crunching. He's just a solid player, hits the ball really well. And as a pitcher, he doesn't throw the hardest, but his ball moves in, out, up, down. He knows how to get guys out. They don't get good swings at it, which is nice. They put the ball in play and we make the plays. And then Jaylen here, like I said, is the super utility guy. I say, Jaylen, can you do this? He says, I can do it, coach. Our pitching was really down, and I said, Jaylen, can you pitch? Never pitched in a game. Yeah, I can do it, coach. And he's done all right. And then we got Braedon here. He's very solid in the field. His father's the coach at the U of R, so he's well instructed and knows what he's doing. Good hitter, good fielder, good team leader.
Great recap. Let's take a quick break, come back, talk more Churchville-Chili baseball. Steve's going to give us a little history lesson too when we get back. Right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show.
Looking for a used truck? Can you find one out of 350? At BobJohnsonAutoGroup.com, you'll find one. Love SUVs? 800 are waiting for you to take one home at BobJohnsonAutoGroup.com. Add 350 pre-owned sedans, and you've got a total of 1,500 used vehicles only at BobJohnsonAutoGroup.com.
Bob Johnson's got you right. Bob Johnson.
While we celebrate 140 years of serving our community, the kind of delicious joy that lasts a lifetime, we look forward to serving you for 140 more. with hardworking, wholehearted, passionate people who will help shape new memories for generations to come.
Have you visited Roberts Wesleyan University yet? The time is now to choose your own time to get a customized visit. You'll get a feel for the university, meet a current student over lunch, tour the campus, and more. You can set up a visit anytime and any day that works for you. Schedule your visit at roberts.edu/visit. At Roberts Wesleyan University, we want to make your visit twice as rewarding. Be one of the first 500 students to visit campus and receive a $100 Amazon gift card. To qualify, the traditional undergraduate student must attend an on-campus admissions event or personalize a visit to campus with at least 3 activities. 1 gift card per student. For more information, visit roberts.edu/visit.
You don't choose to get hurt at work, but you can choose the workers' comp attorneys at Connors and Ferris to fight for your money and medical benefits you deserve.
With over 20 years of industry experience, we will give your case our undivided attention so that you and your family can focus on your recovery.
So call Connors and Ferris, the workers' comp attorneys dedicated to fighting for injured workers' rights.
Connors and Ferris, your workers' comp attorneys.
The best 3 things here at McQuaid are definitely the sports, the brotherhood, and the service to community. I think that's a really big, important thing that McQuaid stresses, which is part of creating a better and great man. You definitely feel a connection with your fellow students here. It's being all guy school. You're able to relate to each other on a personal level, and everyone's very welcoming here with open arms and willing to be your friend.
Local McDonald's operators care about our local schools, teams, and student athletes. That's why they support the return of high school athletics in the Rochester area and around the state. See you before or after the big game at McDonald's. Welcome back, Section 5. Game on!
Protecting your home's worth pays off when you trust the experienced team at American Custom. We've all seen our homes go up in value, making home improvements a wise choice. If you think your home is worth a lot now, just wait until our team is done with it. Call American today.
Welcome back to the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Jeff, DiVeronica and Steve Bradley with some Churchville-Chili baseball, Steve. And we're talking about some of the greatest players in history, and we got some great guys here right now. Braedon Reina's here. It's Reina. Sorry, I'm a soccer guy. I got him Claudio Reina. Jaylen Lopez is here. Michael Sardou and Anthony Shortino with Coach Guy Puglia. Coach, you just told us in the break, you from Chili, you went to Churchville-Chili, you've lived there your whole life. Who are some of, I know, Steve, we know Tim Redding, right? That's the former major leaguer, went to Churchville. Who are some of the greatest players in Churchville-Chili history?
Churchville's had some really good players. My assistant coach, Randy Schaefer, was a big star in the 70s, and his brother, Bobby Schaefer, pitched at MCC. I threw a no-hitter, went to Division I school in Miami in the 70s. My high school coach, Skip Small, got drafted by the Pirates. And then Tim Redding came around. He went to the major leagues, and there's been several other good players.
Braedon, given coaches ties to the past and the opportunity you guys have to make your own history, how do you guys feed off that tradition and wanting to leave your own mark?
I mean, yeah, Churchville is a great culture. You know, you have gym class every day, and you look up at the banner for baseball, it's filled with divisional titles, a couple sectional titles. So, you know, it's really just, it's encouraging, you know, put one of your own titles up there, divisional wins.
You guys play other sports? All you guys play other sports or just baseball?
Yeah, I play other sports.
Okay. How many baseball games are you playing though? Michael, how many are you playing summer ball? And then I guess there's, 20 something games in high school, but How many games you guys playing a year? What's the normal for a high school kid these days to be playing a year?
I mean, including summer, I'd probably say around 60, 70.
Wow, that's a lot of games. How about you guys? All pretty consistent with that too?
Yeah.
All right, Steve, I got to do my favorite, right? They said Jeter. Any more Jeter fans in the group?
I mean, I like Jeter, but he's not my favorite player ever.
Okay,
but
good. All right, great. Who's your favorite, Braedon?
I'd probably say Ozzie Smith is one of my favorite players ever.
Throwbacks, I love it.
The Wizard.
The Wizard, that's awesome. All right, Jaylen, favorite player. It's okay to mention a guy now. I don't think you need to go back and say like Cal Ripken or anybody like that. But Jaylen, who's your favorite player?
Still sticking with Jeter.
Oh, I'm sorry. Didn't change the last 10 minutes. Michael, anybody jump at you? If you don't have one, that's fine too. You look like you're thinking.
No, I like Griffey.
It's unbelievable. Anthony?
I like Robinson Cano.
Wow.
This is incredible, Steve.
That's great.
You guys watch baseball these days or what?
I watch pretty
You guys probably don't even know never heard of my favorite player.
Oh, I bet you, Coach. I bet you I know Steve. Who is it?
Norm
Give me a hand.
Cash.
Wait, give me a hand.
Norm
Who is it?
Cash. Oh, I've heard of Norm Cash.
I had a mitt that had Norm Cash on it. No, I
Yeah.
beg your pardon. It was Dave Cash.
Dave Cash was from Utica, but Coach, there's about we're almost going to turn the calendar to May, and you know the early start is great, but everybody wants their team to get better as the season goes on and be ready to make that postseason run. Are there any growth areas that you see for this team, even though it's been off to such a great start?
Well, our pitching we weren't counting on our pitching to be as good as it is, and it's been getting progressively better. Our defense has been solid right from the start, and our hitting has been solid right from the start. So we're hoping those trends continue. We are hitting our tough stretch of our schedule. We got Thomas twice coming up. We got Victor. We got Hilton, Rush Henrietta. We got some tough games coming up. I'm
looking at Steve. They've held 6 of their 9 opponents under 2 runs or less. That is pretty impressive stuff. And you combine it with the way they're hitting the ball. Guys, anybody can take this one. What do you attribute the success at the plate to? I mean, have you guys always been this good of hitters, or are guys having kind of career years right now? Anybody?
I mean, yeah, I would say that because last year, a lot of us, 5 of our 9 starters were sophomores. So, we still hit the ball really last year, but we didn't have the experience we have now. And now it's just the knowledge of the game and the experience, and guys just getting stronger and better every day. It becomes so much easier to us.
Nice. Well, listen, we wish you guys try to make some history. It's more than a decade. What'd you say, Coach? Like 2012 or 11, last title for the Saints?
Yeah, it was 09.
09. I beg your pardon. Well, we wish you the best of luck moving forward, Steve. I think it's wide open this year. I really do.
I do too. It's wide open every year, but if you can hit, pitch, and play defense, you've always got a good chance.
Guys, Saints, thanks for making some time tonight. We appreciate it. Coach Puglia, nice to meet you, sir. Good luck to you and Churchville-Chili getting the brick this year. All right.
Thank you.
The Churchville-Chili Saints right here on the Connors and Ferris High School Sports Show. Thanks for watching us right here on YouTube on Rock Sports Now.